Hello, we're back with another reading. Um, okay, two cups at the bottom of the fucking deck, and the lovers when I split the deck. Get ready, but before I started recording, I was being told by Spirit to say this, right? So when I was younger, I this fella on my street that I used to be friends with, his father was into Muay Thai, so he was into Muay Thai as well. And I started going with them for a little bit. But as a child, I never used to, well, not only as a child, but I never used to follow through on things, right? So I used to play football, gave up on that, used to do kickboxing, Muay Thai, a lot of things. Hurling, which is an Irish sport, for those that don't know. But I gave up on it. And ever since I left it, like I wasn't even there for long, but ever since I left it, it's like the worst decision I've made. Like for years since I've been thinking of going back, but I was also a very anxious child, so my anxiety was going through the roof, even thinking about going back in. And so I never did. But I was looking on on Google because I wanted to see what time the classes are, because I didn't want to go when there was like a kids class on or a women's class. So I was trying to see what times the classes are on at. Didn't find that, but my uncle passed away 2 years ago, July, just gone. And the owner of the gym put up a post about him, like, condolences and that. And I just knew that was my sign. Just extra confirmation to go in, right? So if you watched, I think yesterday's reading, if you start doing things that you as a child wanted to do, right? So in my case, I've always wanted a dirt bike. So if I got a dirt bike, that would heal a part of my inner child, right? Same as that. So just work towards something that you wanted, right? Maybe you always wanted to go travel the world, right? One destination at a time. It doesn't have to be some fancy holiday, right? Or maybe you wanted to make music, right? And that's your purpose now. But maybe you haven't started, or maybe I don't know, whatever, right? Just work towards that. Work towards healing your inner child. Take action on things that you wanted to do that maybe your parents didn't have the money, or you were just too scared to be adventurous, right? And that's okay. This is a time where you can be a child, right? We're all still children, right? Like, boys go from bikes and scooters to cars and motorbikes, right? We get bigger, but so do our toys. Same with, okay, I don't want to sound sexist by this now, but like women and makeup, right? I know boys draw as well, whatever, but women that make doing makeup into a career, or for some girls, makeup is like a hobby to them, right? Even if they don't do other people's makeups, their makeup is a hobby, right? So you're still drawing, it's just a different type, right? So, okay, I'm just going to shuffle this one last time. I'll get into it. So, if there's anything you're scared to do or achieve as a child that you, like, your soul is calling you to try, bite the bullet. 636 on the timer. Stop letting your fears dictate you, right? I'm taking this advice as well, so don't think I'm just chatting out my hole, right? 654. Well, I haven't started yet. The first one is tonight, but like the first class. So, and I've been to gyms, like, not like fighting gyms, but like an actual gym, like just weights. And I was doing that for years, and it wasn't working because although I was doing the work, I wasn't eating like shit. But weight is a lot more spiritual than people realize, right? Because if you've ever watched Frozen, okay, maybe you watched it before you woke up, right? I love Disney movies because in order for them to karma karma bypass or whatever it's called, they have to show you things in plain sight, right? But it's up to us to, like, if you're awake, you will see the hidden messages behind it. But if you're not, it's just a normal kids movie to you, okay? So with Frozen taught, obviously water is frozen, okay? We are what, 70% water, 90%, I think 70, yeah. We're 70% water. You're eating oil. You're putting oil on your body with sun cream and moisturizer and all that shit, yeah. What happens if you put oil in a load of water? It don't mix, right? So water also holds memory, which you will learn in the movie. Water has memory. So we are 70% water. So all the trauma that we have stored in our body, that's getting held in by the oils that we eat and put on our body. And especially if you don't drink that much water, which I used to barely drink water, to be honest. I've only started trying to drink water now properly. But in order for you to flush out that old memory, and like that's why no matter how hard you work in the gym or on your diet, some people just can't lose weight, right? That's because there's so much trauma and shame and guilt stored in their body because of their weight and various other things, that unless you start healing, drinking a load of water, watch your diet, like no oil, no butter, and I was talking about this in a reading a while ago, but it's kind of hard to eat healthily because people love convenience, and in all these like ready meals and all this processed food, there's oil in everything. I'm surprised there's not oil in our drinks, to be honest, in our water, but people have the notion that eating healthily is really expensive. Like if you buy organically 11.21 and 11.22 and 123, that it's expensive, right? But if you're solely eating good food, you won't feel the need to eat that sugary shit or that processed food, because it's like it's like a habit, right? It takes 21 days to break a habit. 1, 2, 3. When you start eating healthily, yeah, things might taste like shit at first, okay? 12, 12. And that's okay because you may barely eat some of the foods that you should be eating, right? And I'm not like trying to attack anyone or call anyone out. This is just advice, right? 1, 2, 3 again. So yeah, when we've been eating shit for so long, right? The amount of chemicals that are in these foods that try and keep you like just to make it nicer so that you will eat that instead of the real food, right? Food is information. Our digestive system is digestion system, whatever, is a computer, right? Your food, you are putting information into your computer by eating food, right? And all this processed food has information that it's obviously unhealthy. So you put on more weight, you feel full, you feel like food is not really meant to taste good, right? We Food is meant to keep us alive, and we're also not meant to be eating as often as we do, but that's a story for another day. Okay, I'm just going to get into this. Your energy. Okay. Spirit. What energy is the collective in at the moment, please? And thank you. Okay. Okay. So with the King of Cups, the Eight of Wands, the Nine of Cups, the Star, and the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay. So water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Then there's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and also Aquarius. Okay. So you are in an energy of you're anticipating your person coming in, right? But you're not like waiting around for it, okay? I feel like you're focusing on yourself at the moment. Maybe you are working towards your purpose, right? Or just work in general. If you work a normal job, 17. And you're trusting your intuition to guide you towards where you need to be, okay? 1738. Yeah. I feel like you're happy about where you are at the moment. Like, you're happy focusing on your own life, on your own work, but you also wouldn't mind if your person came in, right? 1818. So yeah, you're pouring into yourself. I just want to see what the book says for this card and so. Yeah. So you're learning to trust in your intuition, and you're starting to become happy about where you are in life, right? So maybe you make content or music, and your art is about to pop off, right? It's about to go viral, and you're also working on your stability, right? So maybe there's a move coming up. Maybe you are shedding the you're shedding the rope that has tethered you down, and you're finally free. Maybe you are going traveling. Or maybe you're just moving to somewhere where you feel seen and appreciated, which is good. I love that for you. Yeah, and there's a nice balance here. During your masculine energy, you're going after what you want. So, like I was saying at the start of the video, 2121 and 123, when you start doing things that you've always wanted to do as a child, right? So for me, I'm taking action towards going back training in Muay Thai, okay? Take that and think about what that is for you, and take action. Go towards it. But you're also in an energy where you're attracting everything in because you're in your feminine energy, okay? So that's good. Nice and balanced. And I feel like things are going to be shaken up soon in a good way. So the balance might be off. Okay. Spirit, what energy is the collective's person in at the moment, please? And thank you. Oh. Okay. 3 more, please. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so we have the King of Pentacles, the 8 of Swords, Death, 10 of Wands, and the Moon. So what was that? 13. 18. Okay. So, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, more fire, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and Scorpio with Death. And Virgo. Don't quote me on that. Okay. Yeah, Virgo. So your person is also working on their stability. So you're probably mirroring each other. Your person is in their head about reaching out, obviously, because what transpired. But they are like immensely apologetic. Now, they may not have wanted to treat you like this, or may have done it subconsciously. If they knew what they were doing and did it purposely, please use your discernment. Be careful about who you let back in, okay? But what I'm getting here is your person did not do this in bad faith, okay? So we have your person is reflecting on how they treated you, and obviously if it was them, they probably wouldn't take you back, like if the roles were reversed, like if you really hurt them, or they'd be like hesitant on it. So like they understand where you're coming from if you do decide to turn them down, or if they were to reach out and you ignore them, they would be obviously it would hurt them, but you should be kind of expecting it, right? I'm not expecting it, but yeah, you know what I mean. So they are letting things go. They are leaving past. They're leaving behind past situations, maybe family, friends that are no longer serving them. Places, habits, ways of thinking. They're letting it go so they can make space for new, okay? And they're being led by their intuition, and they kind of they 1 second. Okay, yeah. So maybe if there's a karmic, doesn't have to be like, it can be platonic as well. Maybe there was a karmic in their life that was jealous of you and was bad mouthing you or making things up about you, and they have realized now that it was all fake, it was all a facade, that this person was just jealous of you. And I feel like, again, with the Eight of Swords, with how they've treated you, I feel like they're also beating themselves up for not believing you, right? Now, obviously, everything happens for a reason. It was all meant to happen so you could both grow and learn from your mistakes, okay? But that's a reason. It's not an excuse. So they've gained clarity on some things, and maybe they're definitely anxious about reaching out. 357 on timer, but they don't really care, right? They're taking some time, or they were taking some time to figure out what was really going on behind the scenes, like with that karmic maybe, or just see, when your light is as big and bright as ours is, okay, you automatically shine a light on people's insecurities, okay? Even when you were insecure yourself and not this semi-healed version of yourself, okay? And that's why, especially if you're neurodivergent, okay, 321, when you were younger, you probably had a load of people, well, probably still do the whole time, but you had people in your life where they tried to belittle you and make you feel less than just because of their own insecurities. And at the time, you didn't realize why people were doing this, but now that you know, you can see it, right? And you don't really care. But people around your person probably saw your light, and it showed them how mediocre they are. Now, I don't mean that in a bad way, but like, that's their own insecurities because they didn't follow their purpose, they didn't heal, right? So that's just on them, okay? And when you have a light that's as big and bright as ours, we attract a lot of insecure people. Also secure people, but that's more like later in life when you find people that are aligned with you. Okay. Okay. Spirit, what are the collective's person's intentions in this connection, please? So that started reading. Oh, saw that as well, I think. Two more. Spirit. One more. Okay. So, with the Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, the Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Empress. We have 10-10, the end of old cycles and the start of new cycles. Renewal, 555 on the timer. Okay, so your person wants commitment. That is obviously their end goal, right? Whether you want that or not, totally up to you. But what they want is reconciliation and commitment. And maybe your person never really wanted to get married or never wanted to have kids, maybe because of their trauma, right? We're seeing that more and more now in recent years. People having a bad childhood, and it's starting to cause them to not bring in a child into this world because they're not bothered doing the healing. But they don't want to bring a child into the world because of how evil it is, right? Now, I'm not saying bad things don't happen around the world, but the more you focus on the negative and the bad, the more the universe is going to show you how negative and how bad the world is, right? It's like, people that are like have learning disabilities, like they're just happy at the world because they don't really know what we know, right? Don't really know how bad the world is on like at that scale, right? So they're happy as Larry, always smiling, love life, because they don't know anything other than happiness, okay? And it's the same for everyone else. The more you focus on the negative, the more the negative is going to attract you. Okay? Your person was tired of all the negativity in their life. And they started isolating themselves so that they can do the inner work and do the healing, right? And that has gotten the ball rolling for 393 for you. And you got the ball rolling by following your purpose. 911 on the timer. You following your purpose, you working on yourself, focusing your energy towards you, towards what really matters to you. 923. And they can sense that, right? They can sense you pulling away. 3933, 3939. They can sense you pulling away, and they don't want to lose you, basically, right? And that caused them to go inward, reflect, start healing, and 959 on the timer. And since they started that, they've gotten the ball rolling in their own life, and they are hell-bent on coming back to you, offering you stability, offering you commitment, reciprocity, 424, and to treat you like the beautiful and amazing person you are, right? Obviously, in a healthy way. Use your discernment, okay? Um, they see you. Maybe you. Maybe you were out and your person saw you. Maybe you saw them, but I'm getting they saw you, definitely. And it flicked the switch in them. The second they saw you, they knew that they had made a mistake in what they've done, but also choosing friends, work, or other relationships over you. And it may have sent them down like a little hole for the night, because they obviously they miss you anyway, but it just kind of set in stone that you are the one for them, and they want to they want to reciprocate that and give back to you. For helping them wake up, heal, and for showing them love when they didn't really believe in it, right? Because all they had was surface level connections because of what the people in their life done to them. Fireflies by Owl City may be significant. Maybe you just light up their whole world. Okay. Ooh, sunflowers. That is a sign I've been getting a lot recently. Maybe you are too. I'm pretty sure that's a sunflower. I swear the middle's meant to be black, but I'm pretty sure that's a sunflower. Yeah. Okay. Spirit. What are the collective's person's next actions in their connection? Please and thank you. Oh, excuse me. One more, please. Okay. With the world, we have temperance, we have strength, we have the Six of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. So, what's that? 21, 19? 10, yeah, 19. No, 14. Roman numerals are a load of fucking shit. The devil is 15. 14. Okay. 14, 21. Maybe, what's that, 8? Maybe, no, like, what the fuck, okay. Normally I don't do timelines, but it's in my head. Could be 1 to 3 weeks. Don't be expecting it though, okay? It'll happen when it's meant to happen. All in divine timing. You're meant to be surprised, okay? So don't be waiting for it, but it could happen for some of you within that time. So, the world. Okay. You have changed this person's life so much without even doing anything. You were just being yourself, right? And your person knows that there's something special about you. I'm not sure if they know to the extent of how special you are, but they know that you are not someone to be messed with or to be discarded, because that's only going to come back and haunt them, right? So they are focusing on balance. So maybe they're distracting themselves with work or their friends or substances, but they're cutting that shit out. They're finding balance in everything, in the mundane things, spiritually, within themselves, whatever. Balance is their top priority. And they're also finding the strength and the courage to come back in, right? And either way, they're going to be anxious, right? It is a nerve-wracking thing. If you ever told someone that you like them, or if you've hurt someone really badly, not intentionally, I hope, but and you try and say sorry, your heart to be fucking pumping out your chest. It's like having 6 Red Bulls or something and 2 espressos and then skydiving. Don't do that, please. You probably will die. But it's scary. And your person's never going to be ready, right? I hate when people say, I'm waiting until I'm ready. I used to say that as well. I hate when I said it. So I'm not attacking anyone or calling anyone out, right? I used to do it as well. I probably still do it without realizing, but if you keep waiting until you're ready, you'll never be ready, right? Ready is not a feeling. 5005. Ready is not a feeling, it's a decision, okay? And you have to make that decision. And when you do, it'll be nerve-wracking, right? It'll be scary, but you'll be ready because you made that decision, okay? It was like me and the Muay Thai training, right? I was waiting until maybe I lost some more weight so I could, like, the exercising would be easier. Fuck off. Never went back, right? Well, until today, but don't wait until you're ready because you'll be waiting forever, okay? And that's what this person is realizing. They are starting to work on themselves and heal parts of them that have been itching to be seen and felt for months, years. Take it wherever it resonates, right? And they're learning how to accept love, right? So or they're learning how to be vulnerable and let their guard down so that they can let love in. Uh, so they're finding joy in the little things of life. Maybe you're going to go traveling together, and they're finally starting to dabble in spirituality, right? They're kind of opening up to the concept of it. If you feel called, another Dermot Kennedy song is Without Fear. I've been going on a little I've just been channeling parts of different songs of him for the past week. Yeah, so they're working on the execute 54 on the execution of their desires, right? They're working towards what they want, and where was it? They're looking for harmony in their relationships, right? Which is good. Okay. What was it? It was like And I really think of heaven sent. I actually can't think of the lyrics now, but and I really think you're heaven sent. But there's. But there's a beauty in. Listen to the song, you'll find the message in it yourself. If it's for you. Okay, Spirit. What does the collective need to hear right now? Please and thank you. Page of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Make sure you don't self-sabotage when this comes in, okay? I know you probably won't want to, and you might. You may struggle to hear your intuition. So just be careful when your person comes in. Remember, deep breaths, no rushing into things, okay? Your ego might overpower your intuition. If you ask your intuition, are they healed? Your ego is going, no. And you may misconstrued what you're hearing, okay? And if you say no to this person when you should be saying yes, you're self-sabotaging and you're going to ruin it. And we don't want that, okay? Oh my god, fuck off. There's a fly. Let me see. What's that? Yeah. Slow down. Okay. There's going to be a difficult conversation that needs to happen. Okay. As I said, slow down. Don't be rushing into anything. Use your discernment. Breathe. Make sure it's not your ego, okay? But also trust in that if you are making the wrong decision, you will be redirected, okay? Okay. 5955 and 5959. Fuck off, will you? Okay. Thank you for watching. I hope you got something out of this. Fuck off. I'm after losing my hairbands. It's actually really fucking annoying. I only got them as well. Okay. Thank you for watching. If any of it resonated, let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell notification button, and yeah, if you feel called to watch any of my other readings, they're on my page. And when your person does come in, let me know. I'd love to hear it. 111. Goodbye.